To politics now, and women participation in Nigerian grassroots politics took a historic turn in the Saturday local council election in Cross River, as several women contested in the poll. Although the election, according to the umpire, is a one-race affair, which saw the ruling People's Democratic Party taking the day, but the conduct was without violence. Our political correspondent, Seun Okinbaloye, who covered the polls, gives an overview of the process.
Cross River is perhaps one of the few states in Nigeria that has consistently held local government elections in the past few years. This time around, the fireworks about the polls began in the courtroom. The preparations for the polls were a mixed grill. While the major opposition in the state, the All Progressives Congress, was busy with its lawsuit, the PDP was all about town in high spirits getting ready for the poll. On the eve of the election, it wasn't certain the election was going to hold. The APC had dragged the Independent Electoral Commission to court over its participation in the polls, and then drama unfolded in the court. The picture here may not be a reflection of reality. It is not an election victory, neither is it the conclusion of the court case.
The interpretation is that the court assumed jurisdiction but did not grant injunction.
On the election day, it does appear the rumor of a possible postponement of the polls has affected the turnout. Scanty polling units and officials having little to do, perhaps all the voters have all gone to the market. From Calabar to Akpabuyo, Akampa to Itigidi, the town of Governor Elieli Moke, it was a violence-free poll.
So we're very excited that we can have very peaceful local government elections in Cross River State, which has been something that we've, through the years, insisted on.
But the opposition is not happy.
There was no election. It was a sham, a charade, and a disgrace.
That's what the problem with those who are drowning. You cannot say when people come out, leave their business, leave their work and so on, and to vote out that it's a charade. It means you are not respecting the electorate itself.
For the umpire in the LG election, it appears the contest was a one-party affair.
Most of the local government areas in the state ran the elections uncontested, as only one party occupied or provided candidates.
Several lessons have emerged from the Cross River LG election, lessons that are capable of strengthening our young democracy. But as the controversies continue, the significance of grassroots governance to the people should not be diminished by its politics. Seun Okinbaloye, reporting for Channels Television News.
The Oyo State Governor has dissolved his entire Executive Council. The dismissal of all commissioners, special assistants and advisors took immediate effect at the end of today's council meeting. Governor Abiola Ajimobi, who announced the sack in a statement, attributed his decision to a need to bring in fresh hands to provide improved service. The governor also directed all the sacked commissioners to hand over to the permanent secretaries of their various ministries. Well, it's less than 2 months to the Anambra governorship elections, and the major contenders fancy their chances in the November 16 polls. The candidates of the PDP, APGA, APC and Labour Party have all been speaking about their ability to clinch the highest office in the southeastern states. In this next report, we spotlight the concerns of the leading candidates and their parties.
The major political parties all had their primaries to elect their candidates according to the provisions of the Electoral Act. Though the People's Democratic Party had their issues in the primary due to the emergence of Senator Andy Uba in a factional primary under the chairmanship of Ejike Ogwebugo, the PDP insisted that Tony Owoye should fly the flag of the party, having emerged a winner in the primary conducted by the National Working Committee of the party. The All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA nearly fell victim of double candidacy, but it was quickly nipped in the bud as a court order of September 20, 2013 discharged an order recognizing Dr. Chike Obidibo as the party's candidate, but upheld Willie Obiano as the sole candidate of the party. For the Labour Party and the All Progressives Alliance, APC, they settled for Ifeanyi Ubah and Senator Chris Ngige respectively. The candidates represent the different zones of the state. While the PDP and APGA candidates come from the North Zone, where the clamour is high that the next governor should emerge from, the Labour Party candidate comes from the South Zone and the APC candidate from the Central. The stage is set for the battle of words and boast of which party and who takes over the leadership of the state as the governor come March 17, 2014. The PDP, in their effort to take over, even changed the party slogan to a more effective one, with the candidates maintaining that Anambra is a PDP state, so APGA should exit.
The whole message centers on the very fact that APGA-led government that held the state hostage for 8 years should pack and go come March 17, 2000.
For the Labour Party, its candidate, who has blazed a trail for campaign ahead of others, said Labour Party is the only party that has a clear-cut vision of solution to a number of problems which they are prepared to tackle.
We are the only political party that we have a manifesto that contains everything that we need in Anambra State.
The APC, which stands a great chance of victory, going by the political acceptance of its candidate, Senator Chris Ngige, believes that it has the panacea for all the disease of Anambra State, which is hinged solely on security infrastructure.
Is security of their lives and property, first and foremost. Every other thing flows from there.
Every party, though intent on chasing the ruling APGA government out, still has the party's candidates to contend with, as well as the government too. While other parties are working hard to come in, the APGA candidate's worry is how to fit into the big shoes the incumbent governor, Mr. Peter Obi, is leaving for him. He has no shades of doubt that he's taking over.
I'm very prepared and equal to the task.
These are the major parties. Who then occupies the seat of Anambra State Government House come March 17, 2014.
The Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, has extended its strike threat by another 4 weeks. The NMA is asking the federal government to review the irregularities in the remuneration of its members occasioned by the implementation of the Integrated Payroll and Personnel Information System. The president of the association, who presented the association's communique at a news conference in Abuja, noted that the non-payment of several months of earned wages has brought untold hardship upon medical professionals and their dependents.
The National Executive Council resolved that at the expiration of the 4 weeks extension, the association shall reappraise the commitment of the federal government to government's self-determined timelines for the implementation of the MOU and take appropriate actions as she deems fit without further warning. NEC resolved to take necessary actions to protect the interests of our members if government fails to urgently and permanently resolve the unacceptable irregularities evident in the current implementation of the IP's scheme.